Afternoon everyone, how you doing? Is alright? So I've got natural sunlight, actually nice to do a video during the day and none of the studio lights are on in the background. So it's nice to actually do a video during the day. Right, we're going to be talking about the press conference which Rafa has been going on about today earlier on in Benton, and we'll also touch upon dead quickly what Mourinho said about us lot. So we'll start with Mourinho and me as well. So Mourinho admits that his record is poor at St James's Park. We know that in the league anyways, he's played 6 games, won none, drawn 3, lost 3. He has won in the League Cup 1-0, but in the league, in the Premier League, he's got a really poor record. He's mentioned that when he goes to St James's Park, he feels like he's going home to Mr. Robson's home city, which is obviously, he's referring to Bobby Robson, who he's worked under many years as an interpreter at Barcelona and in Portugal as well. Now he believes that Newcastle have had a good transfer window, bringing in Slimani and Kennedy, players that he does know very well. He said that he likes the Geordies, likes the atmosphere at St James's Park and how they go and support the club. Injury news from Man United as well. Daley Blind is out. Ibrahimovic is back in training but won't make it. And of course, Eric Bailly is still out for Man United. Right, enough of Man United. Let's talk about the tune. So, you know, Rafa is aware of the finish and is letting Newcastle down at the moment. He has touched upon that. Look, you can't fault the hard work which Newcastle, the lads, are putting in, which we're not disputing that. But when Newcastle, they need to put away more and more chances, and Rafa was talking about that in his press conference today. Asked about the result at Old Trafford, where we got beat 4-1. Of course, we took the lead through Dwight Gill scoring early. Newcastle were fantastic for half an hour, but again, mistakes crept in, and the quality that Man United have, we were punished, and he said that you can't do that even against the lower end teams in the Premier League too. On setting up, now there is this talk about, and obviously we done a video yesterday, what formation will Rafa go with? Will he go defensive? Will he go attacking? You know what Rafa's like, he will not give you a straight answer. So he just basically said the tactics depend on the team. When you defend, you do it, and when you attack, you go for it as well. So again, Rafa being Rafa, just brush it under the carpet very easily. A bit of some team news, injury news. Islam Slimani is not fully fit, so he will have another training session tomorrow, which is Saturday. So whether he starts against Manchester United, if he does start, I'm expecting him to come off after probably an hour, 65 minutes, or he'll start on the bench and come off later on, probably the latter. You know, he's talked about Jesus Gamas is still out. Clark is in training after his knee problem. Hoslu's fine after his illness last weekend, and Diarma is okay as well. So not massive injury concerns for Newcastle. He's mentioned about the 3 players again. He was asked about them, sorry. Is that the 3 players coming into Dubravka, Kennedy and Slimani. He said it's great that Newcastle have competition in all places. In some cases, 3 players filling out 1 position in case, well, he's probably talking about the goalkeeper there. He was asked about Man United. Now, Benitez went on to say that Man United are an absolutely fantastic team, great team with a lot of money. Newcastle are where they are in terms of financial and the players that they have, that we can't really, didn't really say it, but he was hitting on that Newcastle kind of compete against the Manchester United with the likes of the players that can go in. You asked about Alexis Sanchez. The Man United brought him in. They made him even better. Different kettle of fish for me, Man United and Newcastle. He's to miss that, you know, that we're a defensive team. He doesn't like that tag that Rafa's very defensive, and he was against Manchester City, he was against Chelsea, and will he go defensive again? This question came back around. He said we're not a defensive team, we are a team that has to defend. So it's interesting what Rafa said on that. And then finally said that he was touching on you know, about Newcastle going in front. Newcastle aren't scoring that second goal to kill the game off, which is probably the case. You know, we've seen many times when Newcastle are only scoring 1 goal in each game and not going on to get that second goal. You know, you need to kill games off. You know, we're creating the chances. If you look at, I've seen a stat where I think it was Rob who said that Newcastle are 11th or 12th creating the most chances in the Premier League. So we're not right down there. We are creating them, and just need to go on and have that second goal. You know, it doesn't matter whether it's home or away, he was talking about, and he was asked about the form at St James's Park. He said, look, it doesn't matter. And he's also asked about Jose Mourinho's record at St James's Park as well being poor. Rafa again just literally turned around and said it doesn't have any influence on the result on Sunday, Mourinho's record or not, but of course he did cheekily say he wants that to continue. Of course, we'll be interviewing you lot, Newcastle fans. Hopefully get to grab a couple of Man United fans at the fan cams as well on Sunday. So if you're at the game, let us know, we'll interview you. And of course, the whiteboard behind us will be out on Saturday. Let us know what you think. Cheers. See you, bye.